Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the Locked In with Drew and Wes podcast.
Let's go.
Free agency went crazy.
Went
stupid.
Right on the first day.
Oh, it came out firing, and it was
Unexpected moves immediately.
yes, and a lot of rumors that we saw before were completely incorrect, and very different things happened. I mean, looking at the Lions, what we got. I don't know if there's one guy on there that was one of the rumors. You know what I mean? We had Jerry Sneed. We had and that's I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that the rumor. That's why it's kind of hard to want to talk about some of these rumors because
before signings and legal tendering,
right,
and stuff like that even start. So
right. It's just tough because none of these guys really. I mean, some re-signs happened that we talked about. Besides that, a lot of the stuff really wasn't a big rumor that was very known until it was really happening.
Yep.
But I think that's also kind of how a lot of things go. I mean, when it's for real, no one else is knowing but the people that
you don't really know the minds of the players because that's what it comes down to is what does a player want? Mm-hmm. Are they money focused? Are they destination focused? Are they contender focused? It's all kinds of different things. So.
Right. Well, I guess we have a lot of teams to jump onto with all they did. Yeah. So I guess we'll start with obviously the hometown team, the Detroit Lions. We had some pretty good moves, I'm not going to lie. Yes. Brad Holmes had a good day. Well, good free agency. And with that being said, before free agency even started, a great re-sign for Graham Glasgow. That was a big 3-year deal, 20 years, $9 million guaranteed. That deal, that is just a great deal.
That is a great deal.
Not very expensive and a great player. It's just that was exactly what we wanted.
Yep. Maintaining our O-line, which is part of what makes us so good.
Right. And with the low guaranteed dollars, of course you're not thinking about it right now because of how good he played. But in a couple of years now, if maybe Graham's age is getting on him and he's not performing, maybe
he might have to move off.
Yeah, and that's not going to be as much money as, especially Jonah was younger, but Jonah got a big bag.
Huge. A lot.
Yeah, and when we get to the Rams, we'll definitely get to see the exact figure for sure and talk about that exact figure. But compared to Graham, I mean,
it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Compared to Graham. For a guy that's been injury riddled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a great player when he's on the field.
Right.
But, dude, he's not even staying on the field, so
right.
We'll see how well that goes out for those Rams team.
And that's still a hole Brad does have to address. I don't know if he's going to keep it in-house and have Corby Solersdale step up.
Right.
Or if he goes in the draft. I think it's likely in the draft at this point.
It is likely. We bolster up a little bit in the draft. We have a lot of picks. So.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like if he was wanting to address it in the free agency, he probably would have done it by now.
He would have done it.
But, I mean, there's still some great guards on the board if he does change his mind, or that was his whole plan, just wait till the dust settled, and then let's see what we have for some cheaper options.
Yep.
But I guess we'll see about that.
I talked about Robert Hunt before, and Robert Hunt got
crazy,
5 years, $100 million. So
yeah, that was crazy. A lot. Contracts overall this year did go crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the running backs were in the realm of good running back contracts, but there were definitely players that were like, wow.
Yeah.
These players are getting bags.
Yes. I guess Dan Skipper, that was a re-sign that happened. Nothing crazy, but it was kind of just a guy that's been in the system a long time. That's cool re-sign.
Yep.
I guess now looking to the guys that came here, first we'll start with Marcus Davenport, the Vikings edge. That now is a Detroit Lion. It is a 1-year deal, and I believe it was around $10 million, and then the guaranteed dollars was around $6.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely can get a big jump from incentives if he does stay healthy, get through the season, have a good season. But
he is a player with tremendous upside.
Oh yeah.
He's gone through his own injury battles, but he's here now. We'll see how it plays out for him, but the upside with him is crazy.
Yes,
he's very talented
and another big edge along with Pudge.
Yeah, 6'6". Yeah,
that is gonna be, if he can stay healthy, that edge combo will be a very nasty edge combo.
Very nasty.
And he's a very talented player. When he's on the field, he produces.
And on top of talking about the edge combo, we had another guy in the middle.
Oh yeah, that was a not even tender. That was the first day of free agency. Or I think it was second day, actually. Thursday's second day. But anyways, not that it matters. DJ Reader of the Cincinnati Bengals pencils in a very team-friendly 2-year deal up to $27.25 million with $9 million of it guaranteed. That's, I mean...
For his level of play, man, that was great.
He is a giant human.
Yes.
6'3", I think it's 335. He is a giant guy that is a massive run stuffer. A guy that will really just give a lot of aid to Aleem and Hutch and add to a already nasty defensive front.
Yes.
We're very good against the run last year. You can only think we're going to get better.
Only better from here. And I know you really love Danielle Hunter.
Yeah.
But his money was way beyond what DJ got.
Yeah.
So, like you said, team friendly. I mean, all this fits in with Brad Holmes and what he has always done and keeps doing. It's just team friendly deals, players that want to come in and players that want to win. You know, players that have been to that position. Like, we seen him talk before, and he was talking about how he made it to the bowl, and he's like, you know, I still have that taste in my mouth of not winning a bowl. So
right,
we're all in the same boat here, I think.
Right. And I really was interested in Danielle Hunter. I thought that'd be a nasty edge combo, and I still think it would be. But at the same time, the money compared is definitely a difference. And also, Danielle Hunter at the same time, I mean, that was more of maybe a dream type situation. I did see that the Lions were interested, and I think the hometown cost changed a lot of things as he was from Houston.
Right.
So I think that does have a value to it. But at the same time...
And that's another contender team. So, I mean, he kind of just had to... He was kind of just picking where he wanted to go with that. So
Right. And at the same time, I'm not mad at not getting him and being like, oh, I didn't want DJ Reader. But at the same time, that was probably my one. I'm not mad at DJ Reader at all. Very happy. Great second option for me. And Brad really bouncing off of, apparently he was interested in Danielle Hunter. Didn't work out.
Yep.
And now getting still a great defensive tackle.
Move on to your next option. Keep pushing forward. That's what he does.
Yeah.
It's just cooking. He's cooking.
I'm very excited to see that. He's a very underrated. A lot of people like to call him just a run stuffer. He's very underrated when it comes to his pass rush. He's a very big man. He's had some big battles with some of the best offensive linemen. I've already done a little bit of studying. I saw him and Creed Humphreys going at it during the playoff runs.
Yeah.
Those guys were going at it, and DJ wasn't a very easy guy to take care of. So
he's not. That's a big force coming in there. So
yeah, and with guys that we already have on this defense, I mean, we haven't even seen half of Jack Campbell yet. We haven't even seen much of James Houston since his rookie year. There can still be some serious depth, and we also have the draft. So
yeah.
But I guess moving off of the defensive line, going to the secondary, a big trade for Carlton Davis. We traded our 2024 third-round pick. I found out that was the later of the two. We have two third-round picks. That was the
later one.
Yep.
Nice.
And then we are getting Carlton Davis and two sixth-round picks. That is the 2024 and 2025 sixth-round picks from the Buccaneers.
That is really not a bad trade at all. That's kind of a very good trade. You're keeping picks in the system. You're getting a guy that can what we think is going to be our cornerback one for our team, because we've talked about it before, and everybody else who's watched the Lions or cared about the Lions last year has been like, why is Vildor guarding Justin Jefferson? And we had a lot of tough matchups with our cornerbacks, and he's definitely going to help us dwindle down those numbers of receptions off those top guys. I definitely think so.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase talked about him being one of the guys that's like, man, he has some good moves. So
yeah. He's got big size to him, too. He's 6'1". He's got, every cornerback to an extent that is good has confidence. But his opening presser, just how confident he was, that was, seeing him say, I'm a true lockdown corner. When I'm on the field, that side of the field is unavailable.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that side of the field is unavailable.
We are, and you know what? We'll see for sure how much this true lockdown will be. You know what I mean? But putting Cam Sutton at the number 2, I think that's going to give a big boost for Cam himself.
Oh, yeah.
Cam is not a bad cornerback.
No.
I think people started painting a picture on him because he was struggling last year. That is not... Cam Sutton is a very good cornerback. He's just maybe not a cornerback one.
Right. People have different roles and positions. It's not like A.J. Dillon is going to start every game for the Packers. Right. You know, it's like if Aaron Jones is healthy, Aaron Jones is playing. There's a reason for it.
Right. And it's just like, I don't know. He also, at his size, 5'11", he's not the fastest guy. He's not able to go with some of these athletic freaks. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. Some of these guys, like Tyreek Hill, like some of these guys, he's gonna get burned by. I mean, it's just not gonna.
It's not even his fault. These guys are insane.
Yeah.
Like these guys are just even if you want to say you have a cornerback ones get burnt all the time.
Oh yeah.
Because these receivers are crazy.
Yeah.
So we got a guy that can supplement that role at a great level.
Oh yeah. And now Emmanuel Mosley, we know about this recently, we talked about it, but now looking at the depth with these guys, he's going to be able to, one, be very slow again in his recovery process. We don't have to worry about him being like, we need this guy, because, one, we have a lot of guys already with depth, but also we have the draft. I'm sure someone in the secondary will be picked.
Yep.
And, I mean, at the same time, now hopefully he can rekindle stuff that he was doing with the 49ers. That would be absolutely amazing.
That would be.
And that would make this cornerback room even better.
And we had Brian Branch, and we made him a cornerback off of being a strong safety. You know, like he was able to move around and be a hybrid guy for us. So if we need a guy there still, he can still play that role. You know, we got Amik Robertson now that we just signed. Well, his deal was a 2-year deal for $9.25 million. Yeah. So worth up to $10 million.
And that guy, he is a dog. I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff.
I have not personally seen.
He is a dog. He is just like he's
feisty,
like,
huh?
Yeah, he's like he's got that CJ energy to him.
Does he? That's awesome.
He's got that.
Both him and Carlson.
Yeah,
they're both like that.
And I think that's like culture fit still, which I think a lot of these guys, that's what it was. Chase Young is still available. I don't think he fits the culture. I think that's literally. I even tweeted out, man, I wish Chase Young fit the culture because he'd be a great re-sign.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a great signing.
Great signing, yes.
But unfortunately, he doesn't fit the culture. He's not going to come here. Brad and Dan are going to stick to that.
And for the money that he probably want to, it'd just be like.
I thought he might want to prove it. Maybe on a prove it deal. Too.
Really?
Yeah, I think he might be on a prove it deal.
Oh, jeez.
Same thing. I've been seeing that about Marquise Brown.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense because he was not very loud. He was pretty quiet last season. So, I mean, yes, they did not have Kyler for a while, and they didn't have, it's a tough situation for him. He's an undersized receiver, but his whole thing is he's got speed. So.
Right. And, I mean, we'll see what else. We have a little bit of cap space. We could definitely do some stuff. We could definitely, but at the same time, I wonder if that money doesn't go to some re-signs at the same time, though. And maybe you get Josh Reynolds back, you get DPJ back, and then maybe you look at...
I'm sure that could be what we're doing with that money. So,
I mean, it would...
And, if we signed Danielle Hunter, do we have that money to do that?
Right,
you know?
right. You have to start restructuring.
Right. And then your cap gets I don't know, what's next year hold? What's the year after that hold? It just gets kind of iffy after that, but...
Right. And this deal does not really hamper a whole lot when it comes to the extensions of Amon-Ra, Panay, Goff. This is really a $13 million per year, whichever way the contract lays out. Brad does have a year that's a little bit higher than
for a top 10 guy, dude. Come on, let's go. I think that's amazing. But
and I saw per PFF, Aleem was the 8th best defensive against the run on defensive player, sorry. And
DJ was
10th. Yes. So, I mean, we're just adding to a very nasty defensive front, and it's... I'm very excited about this. Once Neal went off the board, I was so excited. I was like, man, we need... I really want to get Reader. Really want to get Reader.
Yeah, we're basically running it back with bolstered defense now, bro. Oh my gosh.
I mean, addressing the issues, cornerback was a very big issue.
Cornerback was the issue. And if you want to say, oh, we didn't get any other guy than Carlton, we got Amik. Mm-hmm. We got Emmanuel Mosley back, who didn't play for us. Yeah. So we get to see if he can come back. Like you said, there's depth there. There's depth there that people may not know of. So.
Right. And I mean, the draft. Brad is notorious for being a good drafter. And I'm not saying that he's going to get a guy that can come in as a CB1, because I don't think so. But can he come in and be a very good cornerback? Can he be a starter?
Or a guy that can learn from all these veterans that we have, like Cam Sutton, like Carlton Davis.
You know what? I was saying, bro. So, DJ Reader, he's on a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
2 years. He can mentor Broderick Martin. I mean, Broderick Martin's a very big guy.
He is big.
Mentor him and maybe get him ready when he's off his deal. Broderick's going to get closer to his, maybe prime. That could be something that's underrated about this signing as well.
Yeah, you're very right about that. He could definitely give him some tips and pointers on how to perform at this level in the NFL and stay with the other guys. So
yeah, that's very exciting. Very exciting. The one thing, I guess, if I had to say one disappointment, we haven't addressed kicker. And we're still with Michael Badgley, which I'm not saying Michael Badgley, again, is a bad kicker. But I don't know what the plan is. Are we going to address kicker? You know what I mean? Like, are we going to get a guy who has a bigger leg? Is that in the draft? Do they find someone in college that they think they can trust? I mean,
maybe, because, those late picks, if you're going for a kicker that, you think could progress and be a better kicker than Bagley, then might as well go for it with those later picks. So
right. But I guess we spent a little bit more time on the Lions just because, we have a lot more input on that.
Yeah.
I guess we'll move to some other people in the NFC North. A big, big shocker. What the fuck? Sorry. There we go. Moving down to the Packers.
Yes.
They had a huge surprise.
Huge.
Josh Jacobs signs a 4-year, $48 million deal, which includes a $12 million signing bonus, and the first year will have a $14.8 million hit. That is and then to follow, at first I thought that was going to be a duo of Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs.
Right, you said that, and I'm like, bro, I don't know about that, but...
And then they did end up releasing him.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like they're expected to re-sign A.J. Dillon.
Yes.
So they've always had him as a backup. He does just fine as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
So you're bringing in, not last year, but the year before, rushing leader, you're going with him. Yeah. You're going with him. Aaron Jones is getting older. Let him just, get his contract somewhere else. If you get the chance to get Josh Jacobs like they did, they get it. And that's exactly what they did. They got a young receiving core, young quarterback. They're trying to go have some success themselves. So yeah, this will be interesting.
I did see some Packers fans saying they were a little conflicted, big because they love Aaron Jones, but at the same time, and I do the versatility of Aaron Jones is something that you can't underestimate.
Yes.
But Josh Jacobs, a younger back and a guy that former rushing leader. I understand he didn't have the best year last year, but I'm pretty confident that he's going to be a good running back. Not against the Lions because that defensive front is nasty. No.
Yeah, he's not running on us,
but everyone else, go have some fun, Josh. Go have some fun. But and they did cut David Bakhtiari.
Yes, they did.
I haven't heard a whole lot of noise about what he's doing. I could figure if Aaron Rodgers is playing for the Jets that he's going to be.
He might be going to the Jets.
Yeah, but that's a no-brainer move by them. His cap hit was gonna go up to 40 eventually, and
that's huge.
That's
a lot.
He hasn't been healthy enough to even justify even coming close to that.
Right.
He's a very good guy when he's on the field.
Yeah,
but
top guy in the league when he's on the field for sure.
But unfortunately, he couldn't stay healthy, and now he might get opportunity in the Jets. He's gonna find another spot. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
It's really where does he probably want to go to an extent, but. I guess we'll see. Another one that was really big was Xavier McKinney. From the Giants. Very big. Also, I don't know. The reports came out weird. At first, it was like he's going to the Eagles.
It was weird like that.
And then, now he's going to the Packers. I don't know what happened with that. Maybe it was, I don't know.
It was one of those things where, he wanted to, and then he said, I'm going to go over here.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the deal wasn't done. He changed his mind.
Yes.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
But that is
a huge pickup. He's a top safety.
He got paid too. He got 4 years, $68 million.
Yeah.
And his first year is gonna have a $25 million.
Wow.
So that, I mean, he's getting
money.
They're probably, honestly, what they're probably doing is they're probably front loading while they have Jordan Love on a cheaper deal too.
Oh, for sure. And Christian Watson on a cheap deal, Jaden Reed, all those guys. So yeah, that makes sense though. That makes sense for them a lot.
I mean, manipulating the cap, just taking advantage of having a cheap quarterback. You're not always gonna have him cheap. Like the Bills are seeing it right now.
Yep.
What happens? Yep. I mean, you only can really have a cheap quarterback and act and spend how freely the Packers are right now.
Yep.
And stuff like that for so long. Because eventually it's gonna come back to bite you.
Yes, it does. It does.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be very interesting. This team did gear up in big ways. I mean, but at the same time, we'll have to see how they react, or I guess go without Bakhtiari. I mean, to be fair, they haven't really had him, so they're probably getting a lot more used to it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. They had a couple other re-signings of players that were on the team as well.
Right. We'll start at the Vikings again.
You want to start just at the Vikings?
Yeah.
What?
Breaking news. Keenan Allen to the Bears. What the fuck?
Keenan Allen to the Bears? Keenan Allen to the Bears?
Breaking news. Keenan Allen is getting traded to the Bears for a 4th-round pick.
A 4th?
I'm looking right now because I just got the thing in exchange for a 4th-round pick. I'm going to look at Twitter real quick to see.
This is during the podcast.
Yes. Wow.
What?
I'm real quick looking. I'm seeing a 4th-round pick. They did some struck. Wait, that means they have no Mike and no Keenan. Holy, and they have no Everett.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell is their offense?
No Eckler.
No, I mean, yeah, they're Gus Edwards, but
is that as good as Eckler?
No, but wow. Okay. Well, we didn't get to the Bears yet, so that's a good thing. We did.
Yeah.
That's another part. Wow. Okay.
Do you want to just start at the Vikings here?
Let's move to the Bears. Let's move to the Bears now. We were going to talk about the Vikings, but we were moving to the Bears.
We're moving to the Bears.
Because, well, first things first, let's talk about the Keenan Allen. I mean, he has, a high cap hit, but besides that, there's really no negative.
No negatives about Keenan Allen.
He had a absolutely, oh no.
Oh, jeez, dude.
That's bad. DJ Moore and him? Oh, fuck. That's not great. This is genuine instant reaction. You know what I mean? Oh. Well, the Bears offseason just got a lot better. Just got a lot better. Wow. Ryan Poles, general manager of the Bears. Wow. I got to give it to you. That's
huge.
That's very big. Wow.
I'm pretty speechless right now. That's kind of crazy.
Fuck. Like this thing with us in the division. Oh, fuck.
Dude, why does our division get insane?
Fuck. Okay, anyways.
Every time we like do a little something.
4th-round pick.
I had to give him a 4th-round pick, bro.
4th-round pick? Damn. Well, Caleb Williams or whatever it's going to be at quarterback is going to have every...
I mean, Fields, like, people dog on him, but, dude, he had a great time with DJ Moore.
Yeah.
You give him Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift.
Great year last year. What are the Chargers doing? I don't know if I keep Khalil Mack.
Are they keeping their defense instead now?
I guess so. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack restructured. Maybe Keenan didn't want to restructure, and they said that if restructure we're going to trade you. I don't know. This is live reaction.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, wow. This is crazy.
And they have Byard. They signed Byard.
DeAndre Swift is going to be there. I mean, DeAndre Swift was a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Wow.
Same thing as what Tony Pollard got. What do you think about that? Do you think Swift or Pollard? Or do you think that's what it should be? Do you think one should get more?
They got the same money?
Yes.
I mean, it may have been the system in Dallas, but Pollard didn't really reach the end zone that much last year. You know what I mean? It was like he scored like once early or twice early, and then it was like weeks on weeks where he did not score a touchdown. And then he started to get a few more, but not many. Not many. So, I mean, Swift has always been good. It's just he had some injury bug when he was with us.
Right.
So, I think they're pretty much really good running backs, both very, very similar running backs.
Right.
In that term.
If Swift can stay healthy, I mean, he's an amazing running back.
He's very good. Very good.
I loved him in Detroit. The thing I hated was him not being on the field. I know the Keenan Allen thing's still kind of in my fucking face right now. I'm trying to not just have that on my dome right now. But anyways.
All right. Well, we're on to the Bears.
Yep.
They got Swift back, 3-year, $24 million.
Jalen Johnson was a re-sign, and they gave him a bag, $476.
Yep, that's a bag. They got Gerald Everett. Oh yeah, and they got Gerald Everett from them. So they got Gerald Everett and Cole Kmet, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. And
I mean, I think you let Fields try it out, man. But
and they have that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4 offensive linemen they signed. And they got Kevin Byard.
I don't think they're very happy with being bad anymore.
You know, I don't know. All I do know is they're giving Caleb Williams every reason to succeed. If Caleb Williams doesn't succeed, it's on Caleb Williams. You know what I mean?
Is it Caleb Williams or is it Justin?
I think it's got to be Caleb.
You think it's Caleb?
With them doing that move, they're not taking Marvin.
Why not?
Because
why not?
They're not.
That's rookie contract, Marvin.
I don't think
Marvin D. Oh my gosh. Why not?
I don't think.
Why
so.
not, bro?
You know what's scary though? They have 2 top 10 picks.
I know.
It's good to be a Bears fan. I'm not gonna lie right now. After this Keenan Allen move,
it's a good it's a good offseason for him for sure. Huge offseason for him.
Without
why not? Why don't you?
Without that Keenan Allen thing, I mean, I think it's a pretty solid offseason. But
yeah,
now you get that, and it absolutely changed. It's a new level. They still have many picks.
A 4th.
Yeah.
They didn't give up anything.
I'll see if anything's coming out about.
Wow. It. Okay. They.
Oh, it is getting crazy out here, boys. It is getting going. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, to the Chiefs. 1-year deal, $11 million.
What?
Yeah, 1 year, 11 for. When we start the pod, you know, I appreciate this.
This is fine. This is fine. This is cool.
This is kind of fun. You get to see our general reactions. Wow. Okay. What Marquise Brown? At least he'll be a true number 1. I mean,
you're hoping so. Yeah, he's got speed, man.
If as long as he can catch the ball, I mean, he's gonna have a great season with this team.
Yeah.
The problem with them is they couldn't catch the ball for the regular season.
No, they could not. Him and what's the other guy? Their rookie.
Not Sky. Not Sky. No. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name?
I don't know. I've lost him. Oh. He's very good.
Yes, I know.
He's very good.
The name is. I'm gonna Google him so we don't miss this. Chiefs wide receiver. I don't know why we're totally forgetting about him, but.
Wow.
Well,
this is terrible.
Oh, Rashee Rice.
Yeah. Yes. Rice.
Yes.
Rashee Rice and Marquise Brown now.
So Kelsey. Wow. The $21 million Patrick Mahomes took as a restructure is definitely looking great. Yeah. Wow. No different news yet. I mean, we'll stand by.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, real quick question then. How do you feel about these cornerbacks now? The cornerbacks we got. How do you feel compared to now? You knowing we have in our division, we have Justin Jefferson. No, I know the person who's throwing to him right now is a mystery, but still, Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson.
Yes, he is.
You have DJ Moore, now Keenan Allen,
Gerald Everett, Cole Kmet.
Yeah.
All on the same team.
And then you still have Christian Watson,
Jaden Reed.
Yeah. Dobbs. There's a lot of guys in this division.
Big physical receivers in our division.
Yeah. So what's your opinion on that? Do you think these cornerbacks
I think this is bumping up Brad's possible 2nd to 3rd round cornerback pick to a 1st round cornerback pick, but I don't know.
Right.
You know.
Is that is that if you're Brad Holmes and you know Stephon Gilmore is on the market and you just saw what just happened, do you say, F it, we're going to restructure and we're going to get a Gilmore? We're going to get a Gilmore? For 1 year, of course. You know what I mean? We're not talking about a multi-year deal because I don't think that's what he's going to get at his age of like 33, 34.
I don't know, bro. Because, something that DJ Reader said is like pressure on the QB and just pressure off the D-line helps coverage. Mm-hmm. And we needed help with Hutch to get that pressure for coverage. Because we watched him sit for a while on some plays. Right. They get all the time in the world to throw the ball. Well, guess what? That's not happening anymore. Right. So either these quarterbacks have to step it up. I mean, Jordan Love is going to do his Jordan Love thing, but Fields is going to have to step it up in his throwing time because we got guys that can rush now. Right. So I think that's what helps us in this situation for sure.
Yeah. This NFC North is now getting
ridiculous.
Went from being maybe a questionable, especially people are questioning us being like last year, oh, you won the North when it was week 1. It wasn't weak. It was still one of the more competitive divisions, and next year is going to be
probably the most competitive division. That's facts. Maybe Vikings are going to struggle with their losses, but we will see.
Yeah.
Every division always has a bottom team, so
I guess we'll look at the Vikings real quick. We skipped over them just because of the news. They didn't have a bad offseason by any means.
No.
Aaron Jones, like we said, they did get the edge rusher, Jonathan Grenard.
4 years, $76 million.
Yeah, he had 12 sacks last year. A guy that, I mean, I wondered if we were gonna have a eye on just out of
right,
just a good edge rusher. But for that money, of course, I can see why we weren't.
Yeah. I also got Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yeah. Losing Danielle Hunter. I mean, these guys are far from like cancellation prizes, but still, losing Danielle Hunter is
filling back up that loss for sure.
Yeah.
Signed 2 D tackles, Jerry Tillery, Jonathan Bullard. They signed a linebacker and Blake Cashman as well. So that's a 3-year for Blake Cashman up to $25 million.
Yeah. It's not. But you know what? It's not. It's not Keenan Allen.
It's not Keenan Allen. It's not Keenan Allen. They got a couple receivers.
Oh man.
But yeah, none of them are Keenan Allen.
I'm trying to see if
they got Aaron Jones on a 1 year for $7 million.
Man,
he ended up settling in the division.
Okay, I was trying to look to see if like anything more is going on, any more context, any more compensation, anything like that. Not anything different, but man, just randomly in between a break, I looked down at my phone and I saw that. I'm like, just like what?
Like what?
I could tell you a million things that could have popped in my phone, and that was not going to.
That was to the Bears, dude.
To the Bears. All right. Well, that Chargers team is going to be a very, very interesting thing. I think we should probably look at this. This is a very big one. If we don't get to all of them, it's one thing, but we got to cover the big boys.
Yep.
The Philadelphia Eagles. Yep. Saquon Barkley, 3 years, $37 million contract with $25 million guarantee. That's a very high guarantee for a running back.
That is.
What do you think about that? I mean, they did lose Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox, both to retirement. What do you think about this signing? Do you think it's gonna be as big as everyone's expecting?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just as big as they're expecting. It's just, I know from last year the Eagles were struggling with like rhythm issues and just getting good momentum and good consistency going a lot of the time. So I think they had Swift, and Swift did great too. But I mean, Saquon's gonna help them out of any tough rut they're gonna be in. So he two players that bench 600 or squat 600 pounds. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nasty
running duo between him and Hurts is what it is too.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna get a lot more rushing touchdowns. I mean, I wonder how they're gonna do with the touch push without Kelce. I don't think.
I can assume they would not do it as much. And yes, it works a lot. But if you're getting Saquon and Hurts is young and you don't want to put him through too much to get him messed up. So I would just let Saquon get some of those touches for sure.
Right. I mean, but besides that, I mean, they still, like, the list that they got is pretty crazy. CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yep, they picked CJ back up.
I might have to switch this one out, maybe because it's in the shot. I might have to see who we replace with that. But that being said, CJ signs a 3-year, $33 million contract.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They signed. I didn't know they got Devin White.
Oh yeah, they just got Devin White also.
Oh, I didn't know they got Devin White too.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah, 1-year deal.
They got Devin White. They got Bryce Huff on a 3-year for $51 million.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
They
re-signed Graham for 1 year.
Hassan Reddick was not Hassan Reddick. What am I saying? Josh. Okay, someone on one of their edge rushers was in trade talks, and I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember if it was.
It was either one of Hassan Reddick or Josh Sweat.
Well, yeah, so, I'm not sure which that was. But anyways, so that might be a thing of Bryce Huff is taking over for one of those guys, and they're gonna get some compensation for him.
Yep.
But even then, I mean, Jake Elliott coming back. I mean, that's a great kicker.
They signed Devontae Parker.
Yeah. They
Is that the? Oh wait, no. Okay, I thought that was the Tennessee Titans tight end, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
They signed back Landon Dickerson to a 4-year for $84 million. Max value of $87 million, $50 million guaranteed.
Yeah,
that's a pretty big contract for him.
This team is gonna be
They definitely did pretty good. I mean, just looking at it, it's like wow, they got a lot of edge linebacker. Just CJ back.
After a bad, I mean
Saquon, jeez.
After a disappointing end to last season,
they won something.
Yeah,
these teams are going crazy this year with all their signings, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not worried, but it's crazy.
It's just a lot. Yeah, it's just a lot. A lot of movement for sure.
Yeah. I guess the Commanders had a very interesting offseason too. Yeah. I mean, they got Austin Eckler. I mean, that was they've got
Zach Ertz. They got Tyler Bidas on a 3-year for $30 million.
Yep.
Helping out their line. They had Dorrance Armstrong on a 3-year for $45.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Frankie Lulevu on a 3-year for $36. Wow, they're just giving out money, aren't they? They got Bobby Wagner on a 1-year. That's Jeremy Chin. I think Jeremy Chin's underrated. Jeez.
Yeah.
They did pretty good.
They trade away Sam Howell to the Seahawks.
Yep.
They had their top pick. They're gonna be drafting a quarterback.
That guard as well. That Nick. I'm gonna butcher his last name, so I'm just gonna say guard Nick. I believe he played on the Chiefs, and I believe he signed for a 3-year, $16 million. I think he played on an injured, elbow or torn arm or something in the
Is it
playoffs.
Algoretti? Is that what it is? Algoretti?
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
he's an O lineman. He's a guard.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
He's one of those players with grit. He's played on injuries, so.
Right. They're definitely not wanting to be losing next year. I think they want to put Drake May or Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, whoever they want. Yeah.
Whoever that ends up being in the best position possible. And, I mean, they're putting some guys around them. They still have Terry McLaurin. They're wide receivers.
Dotson.
Curtis Samuel, I saw had some interest from the Chiefs as well. So he's a free agent. I don't know what they're going to do with him, if they do want to bring him back or if they don't. But, I mean, getting Jeremy Chin as well as a safety, I mean, they've definitely loaded up on defense.
Yes, they did.
They're going to try to give their rookie quarterback as much help as possible on the other side of the ball, getting him good positioning, not having to go the full length of the field.
Yeah.
And I can't complain about those moves if I was a rookie quarterback.
No. Especially with the O-line help, getting Eckler in there.
I mean, if I was them, if I knew I could get Keenan Allen for a fucking 4th, I would have got Keenan Allen for a 4th and Terry McLaurin with him. But at the same time, good. Not bad offseason.
Not bad.
Oh man, you can't miss this one. Yeah. New York Giants losing Saquon Barkley, but doing a massive
move, signing Drew Lock. Oh wait.
Yeah. What was it? Is it Big Cock Lock?
Yeah. Horse cock.
Brian Burns was traded from the Panthers. They got Burns and a fifth for their second. It's a second and a fifth. Wait, what is the trade? Sorry.
Yeah, in exchange for a second and a fifth.
Yep, that's what it was.
And a conditional fourth or fifth rounder.
Yep, okay, yep.
And they signed Burns on a 5-year, $150 million, $76 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Huge contract for
Brian Burns. He instantly jumps to one of the highest paid edge rushers in the league. I mean, I understand a lot of people are going to say, well, look at his production last year. I'm not going to even question it because that team won 2 games. That team is not good.
No.
With that, you're throwing that defensive line compared to now Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, who had double-digit sacks, and now you're throwing Brian Burns in there.
It's gonna be amazing for them. They're gonna have a strong defensive line.
Madden's gonna go stupid.
Dude, it's gonna be so crazy.
Oh, I'm so excited.
The Brian Burns trade might be the biggest fumble of like almost all time. Not all time, but a huge fumble off the Panthers. Was it a year or 2 years ago? They were offered 2 first-round picks for him.
Yep.
They didn't get one, and they gave up a pick for him.
Yeah.
With sending him. Come on, bro.
It's
You didn't get 2 firsts to win 2 games. Oh my gosh, bro. Talk about fumbling.
And they're in a tough situation, though. The Giants, at least, are in a tough situation now. Danny Dimes, they get that contract.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're not doing themselves a favor by doing that, but you never know. We'll see who goes on.
Because
I know Dexter is coming up too, isn't he? Oh, jeez.
Thibodeau, I mean, eventually he's gonna come.
Yep.
He's not far. But
instead of Saquon, they signed Devin Singletary, so they have somebody that can come in there who had a good season. He wasn't too bad at all.
I mean, he was the go-to guy over Damian Pierce.
He was.
And now he's gonna be getting, a lot of work there.
Yep, he will.
And they got some O-line help. Which they do need, but overall, the big thing is the Brian Burns.
Was the Brian Burns trade. Yep.
I did see Saquon Barkley getting his jersey burned by Giants fans, and real quick, I just want to address that. One, players are always the people that are villainized for going somewhere else. But when they get traded, it's not, you don't villainize the front office.
Right.
Saquon Barkley did nothing wrong, and I always will say that no matter what, even if, if Jahmyr Gibbs eventually, after his contract, if we fucked up as bad as the Giants have, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if he leaves for a big contract. By the way, the Giants definitely did not offer him that contract.
No.
So with that being said,
not with 25 guaranteed. No.
He took the best deal because overall the Giants weren't going to pay him.
No.
I think they made that clear. They weren't going to pay him.
Which is weird, but whatever, do your thing. Maybe defense. Maybe they're going for all defense. I don't know.
I'm just saying I personally don't agree with that. I don't agree with burning anyone's jersey, to be fair, but burning it after that is crazy.
You should just burn your New York jerseys. Like that's like the team's fault there, buddy. Like that's not Saquon's fault.
No, I don't think so. Real quick, looking at the Cowboys because they didn't do really anything. They got Eric Kendricks, but besides that, what is there much to say?
Cornerback Jordan Lewis. Don't know much about him. Then they signed a long snapper.
Yeah. Oh, they re-signed their long snapper.
They're all in, by the way.
Yep.
They're all in.
To be fair, I don't know what they were gonna do with their cap space once because they were talking about extending Dak for a hefty amount. You have to pay Parsons. It's and then you lost Pollard. I don't know what they're gonna do with their running back situation now.
Right.
But I guess we will see. Looking at the Chargers after they just traded Keenan Allen for a fourth, let's give them a real quick grade of a fucking F for getting a 4th round pick in compensation. That's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I promise you, if you were advertising that he was available, that you could have gotten more than a 4th.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could have.
A contender there's a contender out there that would have paid more than a 4th for sure.
Yeah, there is.
But they did. I saw that they had interest in Saquon earlier. Was a rumor. I don't know. That didn't make any sense.
What money?
Yeah, exactly. What money? They did a cheaper deal with Gus Edwards. he's not as
the Gus Bus.
Yeah, I mean he had a great year with the Ravens, all things considered.
He's a touchdown beast.
Yeah,
you got subpar O-line to help that man out, and he's gonna find the end zone.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
And I mean that's it. That's gonna be at least a cheap thing to keep him there. And I mean besides that, I mean
starting level running back.
They had restructured with both Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa.
Yeah. Signed Will Disley. I do like that signing. Will Disley on a 3-year for $14 million.
Yeah.
$10 million fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
Will Disley is a good tight end. They signed Hayden Hurst as well from the Panthers. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they did with what they could, I think, with their cap space.
Maybe they're removing their temptation to draft Brock Bowers.
They did lose a lot. I mean,
yes.
Gerald Everett. They cut Mike Williams.
Yes.
Trading Keenan Allen. This team is going to look very different.
Very different. Very raw.
Your top wide receivers are going to be Quinn Johnson and Joshua Palmer.
Maybe Quinn Johnson has his year, man.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, dude, we didn't use this guy.
He's gotta.
And he's asking like, bro, put me in, coach. But
he's got to have a good season.
He's got to, yeah.
I don't know.
If they're going to have any success, yeah.
I mean, the Raiders, the big signing here, I mean, is Christian Wilkins. It's 4 years, $110 million.
Jeez.
84 guaranteed. We're looking at, a nasty D-line combo of Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins.
Yeah. But like we talked about, bro, like, they paid 4 years, $110 million for Christian Wilkins, and we got DJ Reader for $13 a year.
Yeah, I like our value.
Our value is so much better, I feel like.
Yeah.
On a team that's a true contender, compared to a team that's trying to figure out if they can contend. Right. Losing Josh Jacobs, like, I don't know. They're going to be...
Is Gardner Minshew the answer at quarterback as he got a 2-year 25?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is he going to be, is he going to be the backup and they draft a guy? I mean...
I don't know. Joe Milton.
Yeah.
That's where that could be good for them.
I mean, they re-signed their center, Andre James, to a 3-year 24. I mean, but besides that, their biggest move, and I mean, they kind of removed themselves to an extent because of how much they paid for Wilkins. But
that is huge.
Yeah, I mean,
that is huge.
They got a premier guy with Max, but they did lose quite a bit there too.
They did.
I mean, it'll be interesting. Maybe they're one of the suitors for Justin Fields.
Maybe that might be true as well. They could be.
I mean,
they could be.
I'm just thinking about what they want to do here. They might draft a quarterback and just run with that route, but maybe they run with Minshew. I mean, Minshew is not bad. He was going through his Minshew mania.
Yeah, Minshew mania.
But yeah, that's big stuff. Very
he did come in huge after Richardson got hurt for sure.
Yeah, and I mean the Chiefs. I mean Chris Jones getting extended for 5 years, 158. With $101 million guaranteed.
Dude. That's a lot of guaranteed.
Is absolutely crazy. The biggest deal by a defensive tackle for sure. Ever. Passing Aaron Donald. It's crazy. A lot of re-signs for them. Now Hollywood Brown. That's going to be a big thing for them. Adding a solid wide receiver for sure. That guy that has wheels. I mean, he's not Tyreek Hill, but man, he is a very fast wide receiver.
They're like, okay, we liked Kadarius Toney as an idea.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the hands. They're like, who's the guy who's like Kadarius Toney?
But hands.
Has hands. Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
That's good for them.
I mean, this is going to be a very underrated signing. I mean, a lot of people don't care about this. Matt Ariza signed a league minimum deal. Matt Ariza was the Bills punter before he had those allegations. I don't think I can even say what it was. I think it might actually get like the algorithm won't like me saying the R word. Right. And that was found false. Found that the girl that was accusing of him came out and said that was not true. And that it was a false accusation. With that being said, he's now back in the NFL. That's very good for him. I mean, luckily his career was not ruined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A 1-year deal to get, a prove-it deal to show what he still got because he was a great punter. I mean, he was good. Yeah. And now he'll do that. Maybe he gets an extension, or maybe next offseason he gets a bag as a top punter.
And
he's a young guy. He can
keep his career going.
Yeah. awesome to see him back in the league, especially after everything he's been through.
Yeah, Chiefs just a lot of re-sign. Irv Smith signing him 1 year, and Marquise Brown, and then Matt Ariza. And most of them were like re-signs. So
yeah.
L'Jarius Sneed got franchise tagged for $19.8 million.
Sounds like he wants to stay and run it back. So he said that he wants to try to keep the repeats going. So that'd be 3, right? That'd be 3-peating.
Yeah, that would be 3. Yep.
If they were to give it.
I mean, they can make it to the bowl, but don't find us there, dude. I'll tell you that. Don't find us.
Oh man, but that is crazy. I mean, the Broncos, isn't really much to talk about here. I don't even think it's worth talking about.
They traded Jerry Jeudy to the Browns.
Yes, for I think it was a 5th and a 6th.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
Yeah, 5th and a 6th. So.
Yep. So you got a Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy pair up in.
That's gonna be
Cleveland.
nasty. The Browns, yeah, good move on them. Justin Simmons is a free agent still.
Oh really?
I think so.
The safety.
Yes, he got cut. And then Russ going to the Steelers.
They just gotta revamp things like all over, like just everything.
Yep. It looks like, I mean, that's really what they're gonna be doing. They're doing a lot of cheap deals. Brandon Jones on a 3-year deal wasn't very much. And yeah, I mean, Cortland Sutton's going to be the guy. We're going to see what they go with. It's probably going to go with a rookie quarterback, and they're going to dirty rebuild this. I mean, that's really what they are doing.
That's what they got to do. That's what they got to do.
I don't know. Because they're eating over $80 million in total dead cap for the next 2 years. So
Will Lutz gave him a little fake out. He's going to sign with the Jags, and then he kind of came back, and he's like, well, I'm going to resign.
Yeah. I mean, hey, kicking up at that altitude, I think, is also easier. So
yeah.
That might be a part
of the play.
Yeah, he's
like, dude, it's pretty easy over here. I'm just going to stay.
Yeah. Tennessee Titans. This was, I mean, wow. These guys, they were also interested in L'Jarius Sneed. Probably won't be happening.
Right.
But they get Tony Pollard, same contract as DeAndre Swift, 3 years, $24 million.
Yep.
Stealing him from the Cowboys. Calvin Ridley gets a 4-year, $92 million.
$50 million guaranteed for Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
4-year, dude? Isn't he getting elder?
I mean, he got a little older for sure, but I mean, I think they want to give.
They re-signed Nick Westbrook-Akine. I know if you're a Titans fan, I know some people like that guy. He's one of their receivers.
One of the biggest and probably low key signings is Lloyd Cushenberry. He's a good center for sure.
Yes.
He's a very good center. 4 years, $50 million, 26 guaranteed. I mean, they're keeping their good center.
Yeah.
They're helping out their quarterback, whether it's Will Levis, whether it's, I mean, they got Mason Rudolph. I don't know if Mason Rudolph had a good end of the year with the Steelers. I don't think he's going to be over Will Levis at the beginning of the season.
I don't think so.
But
I do not think so. No.
We'll see, I mean, what they go with. I mean, Ryan Tannehill technically is sitting here for and see if they would just want to run it back with him, but I don't think they're going to. Again, I think that Levis kind of proved himself enough to keep that job.
Yeah.
Keeping their kicker.
Signed linebacker Kenneth Murray on a 2-year for $15 million.
Yeah.
Signed cornerback Chibude Awuzie.
Yeah.
On a 3-year, $36 million, $23 million guaranteed for him. Man, people are just guaranteed everybody money.
That's the thing. A lot of the money is very guaranteed. I think that some of these teams might, in a few years, we're gonna see
oh geez.
Yeah, that's how those bad contracts. Yeah, but I mean, I like giving good skill position players to Will Levis or whoever they run at.
Yeah.
Jacksonville losing Calvin Ridley, like we just said, in the division though, so that's going to be very interesting.
Yes.
But they did some damage themselves. Gabe Davis, 3 years, $40 million guaranteed, max value of $50 million.
They traded for Mac Jones.
Yeah, they traded for Mac Jones for.
I don't understand that.
No way. Oh wait, no. Okay, sorry. I saw 2024, but I thought it said 4.
No.
I thought I just saw a 4th-round pick for Mac Jones and a 4th-round pick for Keenan Allen. I almost lost my mind.
No.
Luckily, it's a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, exactly. That value does not make any sense.
But yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Devin Duvernay of the Ravens is joining them.
Yep.
That's a good wide receiver.
And like you said, they lost Calvin Ridley. They signed Devin Duvernay. They signed Gabe Davis on a 3-year, $39 million.
Yeah. That's not bad.
He's got max value of 50 though. Wow. He must have some good incentives.
Yeah.
Like Gabe, be the one, man.
Arik Armstead, 3 years, 51.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
I mean, I would say that's quite. I mean, that also makes me feel pretty good about the contract that we came.
I'm telling you, bro, we made good moves on that.
I mean, Arik is very good. Don't get me wrong, but they tagged Josh Allen. He's going to be a $24 million hit this year. That's not bad for Josh Allen. I mean, very good. He had a great year last year. Since
the Packers got Xavier McKinney, they signed Darnell Savage off the Packers on a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Ronald Darby on a 3-year deal, cornerback. Or no, just a free agent deal.
And I mean, I'm getting Mitch Morris from the Bills. I mean, pretty good value. Yes. 2 years, 10.5. I mean, he's a starting level center.
That is cheap for Mitch Morris. That is very cheap.
I like their offseason.
It's actually like so cheap it kind of blows me away. Like Jonah Jackson got money.
Yeah.
And he was injured. Mitch Morris out here like, oh, give me $5 million, I'm good.
It might be the age. That's the only thing I can really.
I mean, yeah, but
that's what I'm probably looking at this as. But
yeah.
Backup Mac Jones, that'd be interesting.
That's weird. Why do you want him?
I don't know. I mean, I would probably. I guess the 6 doesn't really matter to an extent, but.
Yeah, but then if Lawrence does go down like he did last year, you could just sit there and be like, oh yeah.
I mean, Mac Jones isn't I don't think he'd be a bad backup. You know what I mean?
Not a bad backup.
That's what I'm saying here. I don't know. Well, we had the Indianapolis Colts, and since they lost Minshew, they went with Joe Flacco.
Yep, that's a good signing.
I mean, if AR goes down again, this is gonna keep them in the playoff hunt.
Yeah.
You don't want AR to go down, but AR plays a very physical game, and even if he is a very big guy, it's going to probably come back to bite him.
Yep. One of the first things that the Colts did was re-sign Michael Pittman on a 3-year, $70 million.
Yeah.
Looks like they wanted him back pretty bad.
Yeah.
$46 million guaranteed to him too.
Well, I guess they first tagged him, and then there's like they came to an extension, which is very odd. But that is a I mean, they got to keep their number one guy there.
They do.
They have Josh Downs. I mean, they're gonna keep that good core around for Anthony Richardson. Not gonna lie though, I mean, how these teams are going crazy in this off season so far. I don't know how the Colts. They might be a good team, but at the same time, I don't know how they're gonna compare to a lot of these other teams.
They re-signed Grover Stewart, the tackle, on a 3-year.
Yeah.
They got linebacker Zaire Franklin on a 3-year for $31 million.
Yep. Kenny Moore.
That's
a good signing. 3-year, $30 million. I like that.
$30
They keep their punter. I can't say his name. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
I know I got it. Let's go. I mean, I'm probably still wrong, but
that's probably it. There's no way it's that much different than that. There's no way.
But he is. He's a good punter for sure.
Yeah.
I remember. I saw a post. Pat McAfee was pretty yoked about him staying. So
yeah, that's cool.
I like that for sure. The Houston Texans. I mean, they had, and the funny part is we keep going to all these different teams, right? And I keep saying, man, they had a big offseason. There's a lot of teams that had some big off seasons.
Big off seasons, man.
There's a lot that happened.
Texans went crazy on the defense.
Yes, Danielle Hunter, a guy that we talked about when we were on our Lions talk.
Yes,
I was for sure very interested in. And they got him for a pretty good deal, all things considered.
It's not too bad for his talent at all.
2 years, $49 million. Could go up to 51.
It's basically all guaranteed.
Yeah, basically all guaranteed. I don't know, like $3 million more, or $2 million more, guaranteed. I mean for incentives.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're getting them for a short-term deal. I kind of like that, to be fair.
Yep. Signed D-tackle Danico Autry.
Yeah.
On a 2-year, $20 million. Signed Tim Settle, another D-tackle, on a 2-year.
Giant move here. Jeff Okudah, 1 year, $4.2 million.
Giant move, dude. That's a top pick right there, man.
I think that's probably going to be their cornerback 1.
That's the equivalent of, like, trading for James Wiseman, bro. Like, come on.
I was thinking more LeBron James.
LeBron?
Yeah.
Possibly MJ, too, but...
Yeah, I mean LeBron, MJ, and like Kobe, like all three for like a second-round pick would be like basically.
But obviously, you can't just get MJ. You got to get Desmond King the second. You got to get Lonnie Johnson, Mike Ford.
But then also
definitely a whole different cornerback room for them, though.
Yeah. Retaining Dalton Schultz, I mean, that's a good thing. Keeping a safety blanket for Stroud.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Mixon getting with a trade for a 7th-round pick. That was pretty great value, but also I think they
didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
So we got paid from them. So
right.
I mean, I don't mind Joe Mixon at all. He can receive. He's a good runner. He's a little bit underrated runner at times. People kind of like, Joe Mixon. I think he's still really good. So
he has the records for like Cincinnati. He's up there for sure. If he stayed a couple more seasons, he's breaking all of them.
Yeah.
Which I mean, unfortunately, won't happen for him. But I mean, just shows how good of a running back he is.
They also signed linebacker Azeez Al-Shahir.
Yeah.
3 years, $34 million. So that's a lot of defense for them that they signed. On top of Will Anderson and some guys that they already have there.
I mean, they're taking advantage of having Stroud on a rookie deal.
They are. I'm totally for it.
Man.
Re-signed the kicker, Kaimi Fairbairn.
Yeah. It's, they are definitely going to be very good defensively, and also they are giving CJ Stroud as much help as possible. I mean, now going from, Devin Singletary was, a quite solid running back.
He did his job over there, that's for sure.
But getting Joe Mixon compared, I think, is going to be an upgrade easily.
They drafted Dameon Pierce, and they let him run for that 1 year, and he was good. And then they're like,
I'm not interested,
I don't know, that's kind of weird, but probably the best backup running back in the entire league by far.
Yeah.
Like,
the tough part would be like duos, like
right. There's duos, but are those backups or are those duos?
Yeah, 2-1s really is what they really are.
Yeah.
Looking at the Steelers, they had some.
Their Russ move. They wanted Russ.
Yeah, I like it. Minimum, like basically like over $1 million, like type of contract for him.
Like cheap.
Yeah, I mean,
have fun, Denver.
Yeah, I mean, Denver's gonna get to pay for all that. They can have fun with the $39 million cap hit. And then Russ can either mentor Kenny, take his spot for the starter for this year. He probably won't keep it for much longer than that. Maybe if he plays well, he might get an extension. Who knows?
He had like 26 touchdowns, like 8 picks last year. So
yeah,
compared to the year before.
I did hear a lot of Broncos fans saying that it's not all on paper. He didn't look very good. I don't know about that. We'll have to see more. I didn't watch a lot of Broncos games because they weren't very entertaining games.
Didn't really want to watch those games. No,
they're pretty ugly games.
They signed Patrick Queen on a 3-year, $41 million.
Yeah,
that's adding to their already nasty defense. I did not know that they traded either for Dante Jackson.
Oh yeah,
cornerback off the Panthers. He is a good cornerback.
They traded.
Oh, he was part of the Deontay Johnson trade.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. They got Deontay and a 6th while giving up they got Dante Jackson and a 6th for Deontay Johnson and a 7th. Sorry. Yep. Very similar first names.
Yeah.
But
he's a good corner, dude. That's a nasty defense, bro.
Yeah. Definitely need to probably square away a little bit more help in the draft, wide receiver wise.
To
give Russ a better.
But this is the draft to do it too for wide receivers. There's good wide receivers in this draft.
Yeah.
If they, if guys like, I know Rome Odunze is probably going pretty high, but maybe teams are not looking for that right now. Maybe teams are looking to help in other positions, and maybe they get a chance at Rome Odunze, dude. I know he's a very talented big receiver.
Right.
Pair him up with George Pickens. Oh my gosh.
And maybe even some slow guys like Keon Coleman. I mean, there's plenty of wide receivers for sure.
Yep.
I mean, and there's also
Jermaine Burton. There's all kinds of guys that you can pick through and sort through however you want. Jalen Polk. There's all kinds of guys.
You know what they could have used? Keenan Allen for a 4th. They could have used Keenan Allen for a fucking 4th. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get over that during this podcast.
No, probably not.
Looking at the Browns, we already did talk about the Jerry Jeudy move. That tandem is gonna be nasty.
Yeah.
Is it as nasty as DJ Moore, Keenan Allen? Probably not. Oh dang, bro. Okay. They keep Darius Smith on a 2-year deal, up to 25, but that's with incentives. 23 will be the base.
Yeah, he is. That's a good guy to keep.
Other side of
Miles.
Yep, Myles Garrett. Yep, defensive player of the year. Even though Maybe.
Re-signed Adam Trautman. Signed Jameis Winston. Kind of fitting with their culture. We'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. You want to do your own research? Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Looking at the Bengals, we can get off of that. Zach Moss will be replacing
Joe Mixon.
Yes, Joe Mixon. 2 years, $8 million.
That's a good contract for a guy who looked really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
When Taylor was out, Taylor was sitting out, wasn't really out.
I seen this one throw when Zach Moss was playing, and he was like, it was receiving, and he was going for the end zone, and there was some huge guy covering him, and dude threw it up. I don't know who it was. Dude threw it up, and comes down. It was probably Minshew. I'm like, he's so much smaller than the guy that was guarding him. Comes down with the ball, gets a touchdown. I'm like, how did you just catch that? Yeah. It was insane. I was like, dude. Mania.
I like that.
Yeah.
Higgins staying on a franchise tag. They had a request trade that happened right before free agency. I don't think he's going to be traded. You know what I mean?
It's still up in the air. It could happen.
Tyler Boyd.
There's always the draft. There's moves in the draft that happen.
Steelers could go get Tyler Boyd. I know
we just left that,
but I just thought about that. Tyler Boyd is still in France.
Yep.
He also could go to the Chiefs, and now they have really good wide receivers.
That would not be good.
But so I can't imagine them letting both Boyd and Higgins go. So I gotta think they somehow get things done with T.
Right.
Even if he feels a little disrespected because they haven't really talked. I thought the reason he was requesting trade is that he got tagged and without any contract talks for over a year, and he was just like, kind of like he felt a little disrespected, not feeling like they valued him. And
he wants a contract like every other good wide receiver gets. So I don't blame him.
Right.
They signed Mike Gesicki on him 1 year for $3 million. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Re-signed Drew Sample for 3 years.
Safety room gets some help with Von Bell and Geno Stone.
Yes, big help.
I mean,
I guess they're re-signing Von Bell, but yeah, Geno Stone is a big signing for them.
Right. But I mean,
from the Ravens,
they're gonna come back into a NFL that looks very crazy, and hope that Joe Burrow is. I don't want to make anything out of it that it might not be, but I'll say that I heard that Joe Burrow's injury is. It's not like a normal injury.
It's like something really just messed up.
And it could be like a lot of people, they have a hard time coming back from it. Now, of course, I'm wishing him nothing but the best.
Man, dude, that would suck.
Yeah, nothing but the best. I really hope that thing that I saw from a doctor was completely wrong, right? Because I really want Joe Burrow to continue, because Joe Burrow is...
He's so cool.
Yeah, he's very awesome.
He's just a cool player. He's one of those guys that you're like, wow, he's an awesome player.
And he seems like a pretty solid dude. I mean, like, when you see like the mic'd up moments, he's always being pretty cool. You know what I mean? And there's always nice to the other guys. I like it. I like him. I hope that he stays healthy, and also that injury isn't as bad as what I've been hearing. The Ravens had some serious losses, but got some serious gains. When we talk about things that in Madden 25 could be game breaking. Things that honestly would make you say, you know what? It was like when the Warriors had KD and 2K. No, okay, we're doing a tournament. You can't use that.
You can't use that team.
That one's gonna. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry is a broken duo, whether he is now out of his prime or not.
I agree. You think it's the same equivalent to like, oh, literally don't use that team.
I don't know. We'll see. That read option's gonna go crazy.
Now, dude, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson is so dumb to say in the same sentence.
Oh, it's stupid. Now, their wide receivers are looking a little questionable. OBJ got released. They're watching Duvernay go to a different team. I mean...
Yep. They still have Bateman on contract, don't they?
Yes.
So still Bateman. They signed a 1-year extension with Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah. I mean...
This is, like I said, this is a draft for wide receivers. Good draft for QBs. Like... Teams can figure it out. You can see why they're not going out for the guys immediately. Mm-hmm. Maybe Boyd's another one. That could have interest from the Ravens.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if I was, I might be calling him.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand you want to run the ball, but you need to have more than Mark Andrews.
You need, because he went out. He got injured. So they re-signed, or it was a re-signing. They re-signed Justin Mabaduke, very good interior D lineman, to a 4-year, $98 million. That includes $75 guaranteed.
Big contract for sure. One of the higher paid D tackles. D tackles got paid.
They're getting paid, dude.
I mean, it's a very valuable position.
What happens when Dexter Lawrence wants his money? Give me $160 million. Like what?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he'll want if like his market will be as high just because Chris Jones and like Aaron Donald were both like historically the best at the position. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So, yeah. But I mean,
close to those markets.
He is.
He's very good.
I put him. If he's not a half a step out of that tier, he's riding on it, dude. Like he's right next to that same tier of Chris Jones, Aaron Donald. Stats or not, he's the size. He's the talent for it. He really is. He's still young. Still like 26, 27 maybe.
Yeah, he's very good for sure. I mean, we'll have to see how that D-line goes. I think it's going to be absolutely nasty in New York. But, well, speaking of New York Jets, I think, honestly, they didn't have, they had a few things. I mean, Kinlaw coming in, Isaiah Oliver. But besides...
Offensive tackle, Morgan Moses.
But besides
they got in a trade.
I mean, the biggest thing I think is either Bakhtiari possibly coming and Aaron Rodgers possibly running in an election. So
Right. I know that Morgan Moses guy from the Ravens, his contract is actually kind of big. So that's probably why the Ravens got rid of him. It's because he's kind of making some money, so he's getting older too. So
the Ravens are missing their guard still too. He's in free agency. Kevin Zeitler.
Oh yep.
He's still in free agency, so that could be a pickup for the Lions, but also could pick up for a lot of teams just looking to solid up their offensive line.
Yep.
I don't think. Yeah, there's really not much to talk about this Jets team. Honestly, this is just not. This we're looking at the Patriots.
Oh gosh.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's have a little bit of conversation. Jacoby Brissett signs a 1-year, $8 million deal. Probably gonna be a backup because they might have the second. No, they have the third pick. They're probably gonna still be taking one of Drake May, Jaden Daniels. I can't imagine Caleb Williams is not the first pick, no matter if it's the Bears or if they trade it.
Tony, bro, Keenan, DJ, Marvin.
You know what?
What do you Cole Kmet, dude? What are you stopping? Who are you stopping?
The problem is with that is I just don't think it's realistic. Because Caleb Williams.
But it is because they have the first pick.
No, I don't think Marvin after what they just got. I don't think so. I think they'd rather not go with Fields, especially the outlook of.
You know I'm doing that in Madden.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. I guess some of their bigger re-signs was Josh Uche. He actually wanted to take less to stay with the Patriots. I saw.
Wow. Okay.
It must be a little bit of a maybe it's a family thing. His family likes the area. Maybe it's that.
Right.
He doesn't. To be very real, a lot of these players. It's a hassle to move. I mean,
it's a lot of them.
So I mean, their entire families. Maybe it's just easier. You know what? Let's just take this contract. I want to stay here.
You're still making millions. I mean, it's not like you're making. Oh well, instead of $20 an hour, I got 15. You know, that's not what happened for this time.
Right. And I mean, that's very good. That's a good re-sign for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. A good re-sign for them also is Mike Onwenu. 3 years, 57. Yeah, 3 years, $57 million. 38 of it is guaranteed.
Yep. Very good O-lineman.
Yeah. Quite big payday, but also looking at who were you saying that got the $100 million? I forgot what you said.
It was Robert Hunt.
Yeah.
5-year, $100 million to the Panthers.
Yeah. So I mean.
But I was saying, like I was talking about, he's one of those guys he was a top guy for sure. He was a really good guy.
Right.
Super good player.
Hunter Henry getting a 3-year, $27 million deal.
There you go.
Keeping him. Kendrick Bourne re-signs, gets a 3-year, $19 million deal that could work up to 33. So he could be getting some serious money.
Yeah.
With good performances. I kind of like that deal, to be fair. At first, it was reported at 333, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I like that. But looking at how it's broken down, it's a lot better.
Yes, the incentive based. I mean, because if it's incentive based, that means they have to give you that production for them to get that. So
right, more motivation.
He's going to be doing well for your team if he's getting that money. So you're not mad at it at all.
Right, and funny thing I just thought of because I saw that there was the Patriots wanted to move off of Juju Smith-Schuster. His former team could use a wide receiver.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That would be very funny. But I mean, yeah, these guys really are looking forward to getting one of these top guys. They're probably hoping.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe they go Marvin Harrison because of how badly they've been hunting for a wide receiver. But maybe they bank on just going for a quarterback. And the thing is with them though is they took Mac Jones early not too long ago and they got burned. Do they take a wide receiver to avoid having another potential not working out?
Wide receiver, then you take Joe Milton second round or something. I don't know, because I don't know where he's fallen on the board, but
I'm not sure.
Patriots also signed Antonio Gibson on a 3-year for $11 million.
Yeah.
With $5 million guaranteed. That's actually not bad money for him.
No, I mean,
he's not always the most productive when you see him. I know he's had some problems with teams not wanting to run him because of fumbling, but like the Washington Commanders being like, oh, but
he's a good receiving back. He's a good like lining up as a wide receiver, doing a route, getting the ball, catching the ball.
He's good at
he's
that.
Not a just a one-dimensional back that you can really like you can run him, but yeah, like you said, he's not gonna be a bruiser like that. Brian Robinson Jr. Stuff like that. He's not built like that. But also they don't need that with already having Ramondre.
Yep.
So that's
good little tandem duo there.
Well, and they love running 2 RBs in that system. Yep. So as much as it hurts me in fantasy or anyone in fantasy having Ramondre Stevenson, it's very painful. The Miami Dolphins. First, before free agency even happened, cutting Xavier Howard has not been picked up, but also, to be fair, Wednesday he was officially cut because of the new league year. So he could be getting interest and getting signed later on, but at the same time, there is also probably a reason why he hasn't been talked to a whole lot. But in his replacement, Kendall Fuller, 2 years, $16.5 million contract, along with Jalen Ramsey. This defense feels quite nasty.
Along with Jordan Poyer on a 1 year.
Oh, yep. I didn't even remember hearing about that. That's crazy. They win a lot of defense. Shaq Barrett, up to 9.
Yeah. They signed Jonnu Smith on a 2 year. He's a good tight end.
Yes. And a
little bit of O-line help. Salvin Ahmed, that was their third guy, I think, for running back, or second guy. Mm-hmm. And he played a little bit last year when they had some injury stuff. He'd be the third guy, but he's another one of those guys with those stupid speed. He has dumb speed, and they have 3 guys with it, so it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's
it's
ridiculous.
They're really beefing up their defense because their offense theoretically should be very, very good.
Very, very good.
Now, when they were in the playoffs, they got hit with probably the worst situation for them possible, with it being so just like people literally getting frostbite that were in the stands. But, could get, if they get some more regular season wins, guaranteeing themselves a home playoff
right.
Then they won't have to worry about
that.
It
won't be so... it gets colder. It gets cold there, too, but it's not as cold in Florida as it was in Buffalo.
There won't be that much snow, blizzard, canceling games before type stuff. But speaking of that same thing, that same team, the Buffalo Bills. Well, we had some very interesting things because before we saw them have to cut several people.
Yeah.
And it was just now going down. Oh my gosh, I remember Deion Dawkins.
Deion Dawkins kind of trolled us a little bit.
Yeah. And then basically, he was saying he did a post on his.
It was it's been great to be here.
Something like that. And then signs for a 3 year, $60 million extension.
Yeah. Big extension for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally missed this. Curtis Samuel. I did not.
I was gonna say I thought I seen him signed somewhere.
I totally missed that. Curtis Samuel will be probably the wide receiver 2 on this team. Though.
Yes. Oh,
missing what? Yeah.
Curtis, man.
Matt Collins.
So they got rid of...
Matt Collins is a big dude.
Did they sign him?
Yeah, right there. Matt Collins.
Oh, yep. But he's not quite as good as Curtis Samuel.
No, he's not.
So they got rid of everybody else. How were they able to give Curtis Samuel a 3 year, $30 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then signing all these other guys too. I don't know.
Yeah.
They re-signed AJ Espinoza on a 2-year for $20 million. Like you said, they got Matt Collins. They signed Mitch Trubisky on a 2-year for $5 million.
Yep, former backup. You know, he knows the system.
Yep.
Probably a big reason why.
Yep.
David Edwards re-signing.
Yep.
Solid guard for sure.
Daquan Jones resigning on a 2-year.
Yeah. What? So I wonder what. I haven't heard a whole lot about Tre'Davious White, free agency wise.
Yeah, that's true. I've not.
Maybe after watching Keenan Allen come to the division, Brad says, "F it," and
man.
Well, actually, wow, we kind of went going. We got all the stuff done. Look at us.
Keep going. Go down.
Go down, Dan. That's something.
Oh, well, go down.
Go down. We keep going down.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, yeah, we totally missed the NFC South.
Yep. We're good.
That being said, whoops.
It's a lot. It's a lot to get through.
Yeah. With that being said, Atlanta Falcons Kirk Cousins Kirko signs a 4-year, $180 million contract with a $50 million signing bonus. Damn, Kirk.
$100 million guaranteed.
Yeah. If I'm Kirk, I'm getting that $50 million. I'm buying a freaking crib. I'm buying a fat crib.
You know Kirk has made more in his career than Tom Brady now?
To be fair, Tom Brady did take pay cuts, but that's so crazy. Absolutely.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Well, Deshaun Watson's probably getting close to him.
Yeah, I bet you he is. Let him get another contract.
Yeah. This team, what do you think about Kirk Cousins and the Falcons? Let's be very transparent.
It really just comes down to health. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is a lot of times. I know it's probably a repetitive thing to say, but it comes down to the health. Like if he's playing and he's not getting injured, they're gonna do really good probably. He's gonna be dotting them Kyle Pitts. Like Kyle Pitts was saying to him, or Kirk was like, "Hey, what can I do to get number 8?" And Kyle Pitts tweeted out or something, and he's like, "You just gotta give me some targets every game." And I was like, "Oh, geez, dude."
That's funny because
that is pretty funny. That is funny, dude.
Subtle shot at Desmond.
But it's like he's a guy who can do that. Like you've seen him throw it up to Jeff. You can throw it up to Drake. You can throw it up to Kyle Pitts. I didn't know
Bijan in the backfield.
They have Bijan in the backfield. They signed Darnell Mooney on a 3-year, $39 million.
Yeah.
They signed Ray McLeod on a 2-year. Like they're adding some guys with them. Kader Hodge. They re-signed him. So
trading
it's
Desmond Ridder for Rondell Moore.
Oh, did they?
Yes, I saw that.
Desmond Ridder to the Cardinals.
I didn't say anything to you about it, to be honest with you, because it wasn't a big move. But
it's not crazy.
But that's the thing. Like, there's so many moves. These little ones can get lost in so easily.
Yep.
I mean, if that's not your favorite team, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And these insiders, shout out to them because they've been working like 20-hour days trying to get this stuff done.
Yeah, probably.
It's crazy. I saw like the Adam Schefter's like screen time was like 21, 22 hours. It was crazy.
Wow.
Like on I showed you on the iPhone, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, looking at what we've been talking about a couple times throughout this episode, Robert Hunt to the Panthers. 5 years, $100 million, with a $26.5 million signing bonus. I mean,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's got in a bag for sure. I mean,
they got another old lineman too on there for money too.
Yep, Damian Lewis, 4 years, $53, with $26.2 fully guaranteed.
Yep.
Deontay Johnson will definitely give Bryce Young another guy to throw to.
Well, hopefully they will have a 1 now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Deontay Johnson. Mingo keeps getting better. You know.
I believe
I want to see Bryce Young do well, but we'll see what happens.
A lot of people calling him a bust. He's got asked to turn an absolute dumpster fire into a palace.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's exactly fair.
It's not.
He is also he's a smaller guy. So like, to be fair, if he's not getting protection, he's also getting put in bad situations.
Oh
too.
yeah.
He can get hurt being a smaller guy. And
because it's not like you can't be a good quarterback like that. We've seen Kyler Murray be great.
Right.
And play really, 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 really well. So.
Yeah. Well, Drew Brees is a smaller guy.
Yeah.
Quarterback, not point guard.
Yeah.
But and like, I don't know.
Is Aaron Rodgers even that big?
I mean,
he's bigger than Bryce, but he's probably not that big though. You know.
I don't know.
Nothing huge.
Yeah, he's nothing huge for sure. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. Bryce Young's got a lot of hate, I think, because he's a first-round pick. But first overall pick.
He didn't get asked to get picked there.
No.
Blame the y'all be blaming these guys.
Yeah.
And how are they have any control over this? Like.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, he was highly touted coming into the draft because he's a very good player. That's why I'm going to say that I don't think that he's going to his rookie year isn't going to define him.
No, it's not.
There's been plenty of quarterbacks that's had poor rookie years.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen never started off like Josh Allen that we know.
Right. There's plenty of stuff, and
Patrick Mahomes didn't even play the first year.
Yeah, he got thrown into the fire, unlike something like that too.
You know.
And I don't know. I'm thinking if you get him some help, he's going to be the guy that you think he is.
And I like Deontay Johnson. We'll see how they click together for sure.
Unfortunately, those 2 first-round picks they could have got for Brian Burns could really help right now.
It would be so good for them right now. That's what I'm saying. It's huge fumble on their part.
Yeah, they got Sean Robinson for actually a pretty big deal. 3-year, $22.5. That's pretty for his age. He's definitely
for 3 years.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent sized deal. But also might be a culture thing. Maybe they want a veteran to really come in and help out this
young team.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully these guys do improve because. As much as it's fun to have them be the punching bag and stuff like that, I feel bad for Bryce Young. To be fair, he got thrown in a terrible situation, but also the owner is kind of a scumbag. To be fair, all the things I've seen of him, so maybe it's a deservingly so moment. But
they are re-signing DJ Wonnum to a 2-year $14 million.
Yeah,
it says signing, but I'm pretty sure DJ Wonnum was on their team, so. They have another linebacker that they signed to a 3-year, Josie Jewell, on a 3-year for $22.75.
Yeah.
Troy Hill, cornerback, re-signing on a 1-year, and then another cornerback, Dane Jackson, signing on a 2-year for $14 million.
They re-signed their long snapper, very important snapper.
Yeah, very important.
But yeah, hopefully they can improve because I really feel bad for Bryce Young. The Saints really did not have a crazy offseason.
They got Willie Gay though.
Yeah, they did get Willie Gay for actually a pretty decent deal.
That's a prove-it deal, eh?
Yeah, max value of $5 million, so it doesn't even. What's the
how?
Base? Yeah, I don't know what the base.
I'm signing Willie Gay and Madden for like $10 million a year, bro. What the heck is this? Max value of $5 million? Come on.
Yeah,
that's a prove-it deal though for sure.
Oh yeah, Marshawn Lattimore was definitely a rumored guy to be dealt. Especially because I think he has a very low cap hit this year. But I think it changes. For the Lions?
Yeah.
Could be an interesting thing. I don't know what the rest of his contract looks like. But there's definitely guys. For sure.
If Brad is seeing this the same way as you are, and you're like, oh crap. Like we need like we talked about that we had depth. But Emmanuel Mosley's a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And beyond the guy that we signed, I just don't. Amik is not big. Amik is not guarding Keenan or DJ.
No.
Like Carlton is gonna do his best on whoever he's on, but I'm not trying to watch Cam Sutton get cooked by DJ Moore every play.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I think that maybe it's a draft move. Maybe there's guys that we could get if we really want to improve this.
There is.
And get a guy like Stephon Gilmore, a guy that we could get Xavier Howard. Maybe a Xavier Howard a prove-it deal.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe,
I'm not saying...
I wouldn't mind one of those veteran guys at all.
I'm not saying it's a must-do, but if you want to upgrade, you know what I mean? Let's upgrade.
Tre'Davious on a 1 year.
Yeah. There's plenty of guys. Could you imagine just getting all of them improved deals? That'd be some Madden stuff.
That is mad.
But, yeah. Saints are kind of in a very odd cap situation, so I think that's kind of what led to their not very big off season. But
yeah,
especially after they gave Derek Carr so much money.
But they gave Derek Carr all that money, and then they do plays where they just put Taysom Hill and just run the ball.
Yeah,
very. Derek Carr wouldn't even be on the field,
and he would get booed off the field. Taysom would be coming off, he'd be coming on, and they'd be booing. It's like I don't know. But
that's weird.
Baker Mayfield, getting a bag, something that, I mean, we've known for a while.
I mean, getting a bag, but also for a quarterback that plays well.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that bad.
Right. Just compared to where his career maybe was looking trajectory-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Big thing for him. Glad they can get this.
Complete 180.
Yeah.
Like,
very big. But also, like you said, a very affordable deal to be. Like,
it is. For a good quarterback. It's not a bad deal at all. Like, if that's what our golf deal is, yes, you know.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
And I mean, getting Levante David on a 1 year for $10 million. I think they really want him to retire. As a
probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Signing him on a 1 year. They've re-signed Chase Edmonds to a 1 year. That's a running back. Mike Evans came back for 2 years on 52. Like I said before, I'm surprised Mike Evans came back for only 2 years.
Yeah.
Because of his age, because of he could lose production or just digress, and because of his age, he's still been giving the production. But in 2 years, when you need a new contract, and you just had like 700 yards, like maybe like 4 touchdowns, you know, you're not gonna get that money again.
Right.
But
this probably was the last opportunity to get a big payday.
Yeah, but I would have liked to see him probably get at least 3 years somewhere, but that's just me.
Right. Getting Greg Gaines as he's resigning, I like that. Keeping Antoine Winfield Jr. on a franchise tag.
Yes, and then signing Jordan Whitehead to a 2 year. Jordan Whitehead is a good safety too.
Yeah.
He's a good safety. He was on the Jets before.
Right. And I mean, I like their team. I mean, I think they are kind of in a odd spot right now because with everything that's going on around them, they probably don't have the star power to maybe compete for a championship. But they're going to be a very good.
They're in the playoffs. They made the playoffs. So
yeah,
there's no reason they can't make the playoffs again.
At the same time, the NFL is very crazy. They beat the Eagles last year. I'm not gonna try to put a cap on them, even though I just did.
Right.
But yeah, the NFC West. Desmond Ridder, like we talked earlier, is going to be a backup for Kyler Murray, likely.
Yeah.
For the Arizona Cardinals.
They ended up grabbing DJ Dallas for a 3 year.
Yeah. I didn't hear a whole lot from them. Like, I feel like they had a pretty quiet.
Yeah, it wasn't like nothing crazy. Bilal Nichols on a 3 year deal.
Yeah.
Chris Barnes on a 1 year. Mac Wilson on a 3 year. They got Sean Murphy-Bunting. He's a good cornerback for them on a 3 year, $25 million deal. That's $17 million guaranteed. Wow, that's a pretty good deal for him.
Keeping their punter, re-signing him for 2 years. He's one of the better punters in the league as well.
Yep. Got some O-line help.
Yeah.
Jonah Williams on a 2 year, $30 million. O-lineman getting paid, bro.
Yeah. To be fair, they also are
they usually always get paid too, but
yeah. But also, to be fair as well, this team doesn't have like the best cap, as Kyler Murray is also eating up a lot.
Eating it all.
Yeah.
Yes. Similar to Herbert in like 3 years.
Right. I mean
now and in 3 years. But.
Yes. The Rams, I liked their moves, to be fair, but also I think that Jonah Jackson deal is pretty expensive.
Jonah Jackson, 3 year, $51 million, $34 million guaranteed. Kevin Dodson, they really bolstered that O-line. Kevin Dodson is another really good interior O-lineman. 3 year, $48 for $32 guaranteed. Like, wow, you're just gonna wow.
Yeah.
Signed cornerback Darius Williams on a 3 year deal for $22, maximum value of $30. Yeah, Demarcus Robinson on a 1 year, and then Kobe Parkinson. I've seen people really like Kobe Parkinson a lot actually. So that's a 3 year for $22. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that they do want to give the O-line a big bolster because they want to just they have the passing game of Cooper Kupp, of Puka Nacua, and they want to give Stafford plenty of time in the pocket because he's not a very mobile guy.
Yeah,
and then also
I'm sure they do.
Kyren Williams, they want to probably keep their offense going and keep it humming, and the best thing to do is just keep that
O-line healthy and fire. Yeah,
I'm glad the Lions didn't give Jonah Jackson type of money. If he stays healthy, maybe it can be a pretty decent contract for them. But
like you said, if he's healthy, yeah, it'll be a pretty decent contract for him because he's a very good interior guard. But if he's has bugs and injury this and injury that, I mean, it's like
not something I guess that I would really want to be messing around with when it comes to $51 million. I mean, it is 34 guaranteed, but that's still $34 million. I don't know. With some serious length on that as well.
Yeah.
Now, looking at the 49ers, they are not going to be probably re-signing Chase Young.
Right.
I haven't seen much of
just
interest.
Not enough money for it, really.
Yeah. I mean, resigning Leonard Floyd, that's a that's gonna probably help a little bit with that aid.
Yep.
I mean,
signing edge rusher from the Carolina Panthers, Yurter Gross-Matos on a 2-year, 18. Another D tackle, Malik Collins.
Yeah.
Oh, they traded him from the Texans. Got him in a trade. Is that a 7th?
Yes.
I think got him for a 7th. Wow. Multiple D tackles. Kevin Givens signed a 1 year.
Yeah.
Jordan Elliott signed a 2 year.
Yeah.
They're not getting back Chase Young with all that.
And they're probably not getting.
That's what Gross-Matos is for right there. He's probably gonna fill in that role.
And losing Arik Armstead as well.
Yep. Get some depth. Keep it moving.
I mean, they're still gonna be. They're the 49ers. Their offense is absolutely nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're gonna see how this goes with a team that has Brock Purdy's contract eventually going to end. So what's their plan? We'll see.
We will see.
Because the guy's not making over $1 million, so that's a big reason why they can do all that stuff.
Yeah, they're just everything else is amazing because they don't have to pay quarterback anything.
I think that's why they were willing to give up a 3rd-round pick for Chase Young, knowing it was gonna be a 1-year rental. I think.
Yeah.
So they wanted that Super Bowl, but they didn't.
They didn't get it.
And now that might come back to bite them. I mean, making a Super Bowl appearance is always nice, of course.
Right.
But at the same time, that 3rd-round pick could be something for sure. I mean,
it could be.
Now looking at the Seahawks, this was a team that definitely was someone that possibly could have gotten Justin Fields as well, but going a different route. Sam Howell in a trade, along with a 4th and a 6th. Whoa, acquired. So Sam Howell was acquired in a trade with the Washington Commanders, along with a 4th and a 6th.
In exchange for a 3rd and a 5th. So.
Okay. I don't know how much I like that deal. I don't know if Sam Howell is worth, even if you're getting a 4th and a 6th for your 3rd and your 5th. Sam Howell, I mean, as a backup, sure. I don't know if I want to build for or build towards him for the future.
Probably not.
So I don't know what the value here really is for losing that 3rd-round pick.
Yeah. Signed tight end Farrell Brown.
Re-signing Noah Fant.
Yep. That's a good guy to keep around. And is that a 2-year for 21? He's getting some money.
Keeping Leonard Williams is actually a pretty good. That's actually pretty important. 3 years, $64.5 million contract.
Yep.
Trading for him during the season.
Yep.
Needing to retain him, they retain him.
Yep.
And that's good stuff.
Signed center Nick Harris. Signed offensive tackle George Fant. He's a veteran. Linebacker Tyrell Dodson.
Yeah.
A free agent deal, and Rashawn Jenkins safety help for them.
I mean, the thing is, it's just
nothing too crazy.
These ones feel so much less because all the crazy stuff that happened this year.
Yeah.
I mean, these aren't these guys didn't put themselves into really too bad of contracts. I mean,
no.
So I think that's really what the thing is here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now we have exactly completed. I guess looking at this overall, what do you think? Like, who was your favorite?
It was my favorite off-season.
And let's not count the Lions.
We'll keep the Lions out of it.
Just because of, hometown favoritism.
Yeah.
Let's talk about basically anyone else.
My favorite off-season, dude. I am a fan of what the Packers did, but I don't know if they're my favorite. I don't know. I'll say the Packers.
Okay.
And because Keenan Allen stuff just came out. I mean, you could go with the Bears and be like, oh, the Bears just did everything.
Yeah.
But getting Xavier McKinney, getting Josh Jacobs, I mean, that's huge for them. And they're a young team, and they're ready to do some good stuff. So. Yeah.
I think the long snapper for the Cowboys is going to be a big impact player. So I think that's where my vote's going to go. So.
My bad. I should have went with the Texans and signing Jeff Kuda.
Yeah.
MJ himself.
Yes.
So.
Yes. But all seriousness, I think because definitely there's quite a few good offseasons.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff.
I kind of think I'm gonna go with the Houston Texans actually though, for real.
Yeah.
Because I like the addition of Danielle Hunter with Will Anderson Jr. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Great thing to have that 2-edge and veteran leadership for him. Teach him a little bit more.
Oh yeah, teach him up.
Yeah. Then the addition of Joe Mixon, giving some more help. The re-signing of Dalton Schultz. I mean, that's what.
Yeah, that is really good for them.
If they could have got Keenan Allen for a fourth, then we're talking some serious big business. But and I do like the Bears getting that for sure. For them, I like that. But
Gerald Everett, Keenan, Swift, they went pretty good too.
I just, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go just because I was a big fan of the Danielle Hunter contract.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Texans. I do, not because we're in the North, of course. I think the Bears, especially that Keenan Allen move, kind of makes that a huge jump.
Yeah, it makes their whole thing just look like, wow, they just fleeced everybody. But
yes. But yeah, wow, this was a lot to cover, but very interesting to see.
We got through every team, pretty much most people on every team.
Yeah, breaking news. Let me look real quick and make sure there's nothing crazy that's happened yet.
Yeah.
Former safety Kareem Curl is signing with the Rams.
Kareem Curl.
Yeah.
Signing with who?
The Rams. Sorry.
Okay.
Rams.
Okay.
And I don't think that's all. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. So I think we're about covered up for all this stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, very crazy stuff. Oh, man.
Like you said, Madden 25 going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Saquon on the Eagles. Jacobs on the Packers.
Yeah.
Bears are stacked.
Absolutely crazy. This is...
Go try a Madden to trade for Keenan Allen with a 4th-round pick, buddy. Come on.
I don't know how they got that. I mean, I don't know. The Chargers just should have just been like...
Keenan Allen's up for sale. Who wants him?
Because, I mean, I feel like you can get him on a 4th. I don't know. Maybe because of his age, his contract. Maybe. I don't know, bro. He had such a good year last year.
He was throwing touchdowns, too.
He's throwing touchdowns.
If Fields is really not doing well, you're just like, Keenan, get back there. Keenan, we need you.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. And you have Fields as a receiver. It's all for full circle.
You could draft Caleb. RB2, Justin Fields.
Yes. Totally agree. And then Fields is in the running back market, so he doesn't get that QB money.
Then you trade for Daniel Jones and have the most expensive running back ever.
Trade for Daniel Jones.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Any team that trades for Daniel Jones, you're cursed forever.
Yeah.
There you go. Better not do it.
If you do, Zach Wilson, same way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe that's why people say, oh, Fields. No, but anyways, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up. A lot of stuff we covered.
Yeah.
Big, long podcast. If you're still here with us, we far appreciate you.
Yeah.
So awesome. We love doing these podcasts. We're going to keep doing them. But yeah, so once again, if you like this, hit that like button. If you're new to me and my channel, you can check out the description down below. There's a lot of stuff that has my extra content. I have a locked in Facebook group if you want to check that out. A lot of breaking news I'm putting in there, as well as my YouTube community tab if you guys want to check that out. That's a lot of where all the breaking news. If I'm not making a video on it, but I want to share it, that's where I'm gonna put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to check that stuff out, all that's in the links down below. And yeah, also, if you are not a normal Spotify user or YouTube user, you're an Apple Podcast user, we are now on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
So Locked In with Drew and Wes on Apple Podcasts. You want to check us out there. I don't try to make it as available as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So once again, guys, thank you again for sticking with us. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Yep.
And peace.
Peace.